let's go over 4 frameworks that actually make money and everyone should know whether you're a copywriter or not. These frameworks make a ton of freaking bread. As you can see, 236K this year from using some of these, 81K in my other product from using these. These make a ton of money. These are not going to be surface level, oh, let me just use PAS. Like, no, these are much deeper. So let's get into it. Framework number 1 is story selling. I've literally made 100K this year from just using this framework. This is one of the most powerful frameworks in 2024 and in the future due to the organic content era. Everyone's running organic content, and this is how you sell using organic content. So let's take a look at it. This is my story selling template. First, you must have a new opportunity. What is the new concept you're teaching? Then you must have a big domino statement. So this statement says, if I can make people believe that blank is the key to their dream outcome and is only attainable through my framework or product, then all of their objections and concerns become irrelevant and they have to give me money. So here's an example of this with my high ticket offer, right? If I can make people believe that copywriting is the key to making 10K a month and is only attainable through Copy Elite, then all of their objections and concerns become irrelevant and they have to give me money. So you must outline your big domino statement first before you start using story selling. In my DPS example, which made me $80,000 from just one sales page that I wrote in a week, I said, if I can make people believe that digital persuasion is the key to making their first $1,000 online and is only attainable through digital persuasion school, then all of the objections and concerns become relevant and they have to give me money. And so from there, you can figure out the beliefs, right? So the first false belief we have is the vehicle, basically saying that, hey, digital persuasion doesn't work. I have to prove this to be false. Next, false belief is internal. Digital persuasion won't work for me, right? I have to prove to them that that's wrong and that it will work for them. And the third false belief is digital persuasion won't work because of some outside circumstance, right? I live in a third world country, whatever it may be. I have to prove that to be false as well. And so these are what you want to do before you start story selling is understand these beliefs so that you can actually destroy them with your story. So here is the actual meat of the framework, right? We have backstory and desire. So this backstory, you're basically selling them, taking them through this selling process by telling your story. That's why it's so powerful. It doesn't seem like you're selling, you're just telling them a story and they're unconsciously getting sold. So I'm going to go over exactly how I did this word for word in a second. So you go over your backstory and your desire. Basically, like, what is the goal? Every story starts out with a big goal. Like in Finding Nemo, he lost his son. So he had to go find his son. That was the big thing. I'm finding Nemo, right? That's the whole title. In mine, you'll see the example. Next is old vehicles. So what did they try that didn't work? What didn't work to help them get their desire? Then the call. What is the call to this new opportunity, this new idea? The villain. What is the thing that stops you? Like, what is in the way of you getting this big desire? And then what if? Like, what if you fail? What are the stakes, right? What happens if this doesn't work? And then the guide. Who shows you the right path? Then you have an epiphany based on the guide. Is like, whoa, you have this new realization, which is this, right? The big domino statement is this. That's the epiphany. New opportunity is explaining the new opportunity that gives us this big epiphany. Then the strategy, which is how you're going to use this. Then the results it gets, others' results, the achievement, and the transformation. So this is you actually hitting that big desire. And so I've gone into more depth here. You guys can just like pause the video and copy all this down if you really want. Here's another example from ClickFunnels of the exact epiphany bridge script that ClickFunnels uses. So once again, I'll scroll through this. You guys can pause it if you really want to go in depth. But let's go over this using my exact thing. Like, this made me $81,000 so far using this. Okay, so first off, the big domino statement, we talked about that. If I can make people believe that digital persuasion is the key to making 10K a month or making their first $1,000, it's only attainable through digital persuasion school, they will buy. And a lot of people bought, right? I made $80K from this low ticket product, which is nuts in a few months. Here you can see, it literally took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I quit selling it in September. So there's still people buying this, even though I don't sell it, which is nuts. I made $81,000 in 4 months from just a low ticket course. I know what I'm doing. This is powerful, okay? So pay attention. Backstory and desire. To start over here, after the lead, I was in a dark place. I've had one goal, make money online. Do you see how this is literally starting right here? Backstory and desire. I just say, hey, I want to make money online for a long time, which matches the desire. Like, you want to match how your readers feel. So if they don't have the desire to make 10K a month, you're selling to the wrong people. But because I told them I want to make money online, I know that is your guys' desire as well, right? So it matches perfectly. Basically, you want to tell your story that matches theirs. So what's going to happen is they will then see you make these results and they'll be like, hey, I want to try this new thing that he tried. So we have backstory and desire. Let's go ahead and do that here. Here we have backstory and desire. You can see I've had one goal, make money online. Next, we have old vehicles. Look at all of these old vehicles. I tried almost everything: graphic design, editing, YouTube, SMA, dropshipping. You name it, I tried and failed it. And the power in this is that it has to match what you guys have tried. So a lot of you guys have tried editing, you've tried YouTube, you tried dropshipping, crypto, and you failed as well. So now you're listening to my story and you're really resonating with it, okay? Really resonated. And 2023 things got real bad. I was ready to give up. Here's the what if, right? So we have all these things. I didn't really have a villain in this one. I just went straight to the what if because I tried it and I just couldn't really find a good villain. I don't really throw shade on people either. So here's the big what if, right? Is this all a big scam? What if I never make money online? What if my parents were right all along? What if I'm stuck working a boring 9 to 5 forever? What if I stay a broke loser forever? This is exactly how you guys feel, right? Like your what ifs can't just be a random what if. It has to match the voices going on in your target audience's head. This is why this is so powerful. I know people who literally stole my entire sales page and didn't make any money with it. They took it word for word. Why? Because it doesn't match their audience. You have to use this as a framework and then plug in what actually matches. So here we have a guide, all right? So we get down here. Here it is. This is where I find the guide. It was normal Monday night. I was watching finance videos on YouTube and I came across this guy named Dan Coe. Dan Coe is the guide here. And he introduces this new thing. So we have our guide and he gives me an epiphany. So check out the epiphany. Check this out. I come down here. Dan is talking about this massive skill. This skill is persuasion. As I studied Dan's content, I began to understand the real reason why I was broke. It wasn't because of these things. It wasn't because of these things. It was because, boom, here's the big epiphany. I was broke because I didn't know how to persuade. This is the big thing. And I started explaining why this was such a big epiphany. And then I had an even deeper epiphany, which is if you learn how to use persuasion with the power of the internet, you make more money in less time and less effort. All from learning one skill, digital persuasion. So now what do we go from this epiphany, right? New opportunity. So I discovered this new opportunity of digital persuasion. Now, what about the strategy? Check this out. I had to become a master of digital persuasion. That was the big kind of new opportunity epiphany. So I created a plan. Get good, get paid to grow other people's businesses, hit 10K a month, and grow my own online business. This is the strategy. So check this out. So based on this new opportunity, we make a strategy. So check that off. Now let's go to results. So just after I started learning digital persuasion, this happened. Boom, big results. I had finally done it. And now here's the transformation part. Not only had I done 10K a month, which is the big desire, like I made money online, but I did so much deeper, right? I proved to my friends and family that making money is possible. This is where the freaking money is, guys. Not like, why are people trying to solve this problem? It's because of some big status-driven emotional reason. And so this was like the transformation. So you go over here and we see that we had results. I kind of knocked off the achievement transformation already. And then I show others results in just a second. So I go into, here's what happened for me. I made a ton of money. I started teaching this to others. And then boom, all these other people make results. And so this is all story selling. And then I just talk about the product, right? So $81,000 from literally just following a framework. And those of you guys who are sitting here listening to the PAS and like, bro, that's so basic. You have to use stuff like this. And if you do this right, oh my gosh, you just make, guys, it's right here, right? It's right here. $81,000. What would you do with $81,000? Because this is real money. You guys have seen me make it. Literally, go back to my channel. You've watched me do this journey. You know this is real. You're trying to tell yourself that it's not so that you feel better about yourself sucking. But let me be honest. Bro, you can do this. Stop making excuses for why other people are winning and you aren't. And just learn, bro. Go deep. You have to practice this. It took me a long time to master this. You're not just going to look at these words and print money. You have to really try to understand it. Like I took so many notes to create this framework. And I put it all together. I studied it. I looked at examples. So yeah, amazing framework, story selling. All right, so now framework 2, Ninja Bullets. Bullets are how you build insane levels of curiosity, pain, and confidence in your customers. And if you become a king of bullets, it will take your copy literally 10x. Your copy will perform 10x better if you master bullets because it's going to translate throughout all the copy you write. You're going to write more concise copy, more juicy, and a lot more emotional. It's going to be way better sells. So yeah, here's a link. You can copy this into your browser. It'll give you this exact thing. But yeah, just copy that. I'm probably going to forget to put it in the description. Just copy this if you really care enough. Type it in, right? All right, let me show you what I made. So let's pull this up. This is my bullets frameworks. Let's actually zoom in a bit here so you guys can see it. I made this when I first started copywriting to learn bullets. So what I did is I went and found a ton of bullets that I loved and I created them into frameworks. So we have how to, curious method, to desired action, and do it without biggest objection. Check out the example. How to legally and ethically lift other podcasters' content to create your email, article, social media, and book content, and do it without needing their permission or breaking any copywriting laws. On page, whatever. So I took this from a been settled bullet. So all these bullets in here create insane curiosity. Let's look at some other ones. A curious character's secret that is possibly the fastest, easiest, and most profitable way to do desired action ever invented. A wildly successful eBay seller's secret that is quite possibly the single fastest, easiest, and most profitable way to create video content ever invented. So think about how you could position these bullet frameworks to literally sell anything that you're trying to do. And these are just really good foundations. So you take these bullets and build on top of them to make your own. But these are literally like, I don't know, there's a ton in here that's awesome. So check this out. A secret way to use everyday object to decrease pain and effort the very next time you do X thing. A secret way to use your smartphone to cut your writing time in half for email, social media, sales copy, etc. the very next time you sit down to write. So think about how this bullet would add value to any kind of copywriting product that you were looking to buy, right? A secret way to use your smartphone to cut your writing time in half for email, social media, sales copy, etc. the very next time you sit down to write. So pretty cool. And this like actual deliverable might just be setting a timer on your phone. That's it, right? I can tell you guys to set a timer on your phone. It'll help you write better. Or you can make it in this very juicy bullet, right? The secret way to use your smartphone to cut your writing time in half, right? It's all about these juicy bullets. Check this one out. How to do big desired action in as little as X days or less, even if you are a big ejection to take an action. How to write an entire novel in as little as 14 days or less, even if you're the slowest writer on the planet right now. Pretty cool. And so I want you guys to, go copy this link to this, or even make your own frameworks. That's how you're gonna get the best out of this, is to go find bullets that you love, write them down, create frameworks that you can just literally, no matter what you're trying to write, come in here, find ones that match like kind of the vibe you're going for, and then just copy them and add in, it's like Mad Libs. You just wanna add in the benefit or the objection that for whatever you're selling to. Guys, it's that easy, right? That easy. All right, so let's go back to here. Let's put this on full screen. So those are the bullet frameworks to show you how I use these to make some crazy bullets. So here on my DPS sales page again, course 1, how to find high-paying dream clients who will pay big money for your new skill. Their traffic combined with your digital persuasion will print money. Course 2, the simple outreach method I use to land 5 high-paying clients and make $11,000 as a digital persuader in just 46 days. Course 3, how to become an outreach killer, masterclass training, the exact strategy that allowed me to achieve 37% cold outreach success rate. Juicy bullets that are adding value to these courses. Instead of just saying course 1, lead sourcing, I gave it a juicy bullet, which adds so much value, right? And so when you stack up tons of value like this, is when you should start producing insane levels of curiosity, pain, and confidence in your customers, getting them to take action. All right, framework 3, the 7 pillars checklist. So every piece of copy that I write gets slung through this framework. Whether I actually use the framework or do it in my head, if you follow this thing, you can't fail. So I hope you're excited to check this out. Let's take a look at it. So first, what are the target customer's current beliefs, desires, dreams, fears, doubts, emotions, suspicions, pains, and failures? Your copy will suck if you don't know these things before you start writing. So that's the first thing I do is I want to get to know the person I'm writing for better. What is their current situation? What is the customer bubble they are in? And then number 2, does your writing start in the customer bubble? Because if it doesn't start in the customer bubble, chances are that of you hooking them is not going to work. So let's check this out. Look at this example. Going back to my sales page here. What does the lead start with? Have you ever wondered, why does it seem like everyone making money online except me? I've tried everything, but nothing is working. What's the real secret these online gurus aren't telling me? I'm going to reveal the secret. And I go over examples of what they've probably done before. So this is literally straight from this template, guys. It's straight from here. It's straight from here. I literally listed out all my target customers, beliefs, failures. Like what did I put in here, the failures? Think about what business models that I talked about. Think about what cheap courses I talked about. There's no magic in the specific words I was saying. It was because it matched my target customers. It matched you guys. You guys have bought the real world. You've tried other methods, right? You've tried editing. You tried all these things, which is why it works so well. So you must know your target customers' bubble. Then it must start in the bubble. Then, do you throw rocks at enemies? Do you encourage their dreams? Do you allay fears? Do you justify failures? Do you confirm suspicions? What is your new opportunity? Is it prolific to your audience? And so when writing all my copy, I ask myself these questions. And how do I add these in to really spice up the copy, bring a ton of emotions to it? Then I always ask, are you selling the concept first, not the product? So once again, I wasn't selling digital persuasion school with that sales page. I was selling digital persuasion, the concept. And once people believed the concept, buying the product was the next logical solution. So I sold the concept first. If you're trying to sell keto pills, you would sell keto first. If people don't believe in the keto diet, why would they buy keto pills? So it's all about the concept. Once they believe the concept, then you can sell the product. Next, what is your big belief statement? So we talked about that earlier. What is the awareness level of the person reading this copy? Once again, if you're not targeting the person in the right way, it doesn't matter. If you start a YouTube video title with 15 SMMA outreach scripts and no one even knows what SMMA means, you're not going to get any views. But if you're targeting people who are already aware of SMMA, then that's a good title. So there's not such thing as just a perfect lead or perfect headline. It all depends on who's reading the page, right? So my sales page for my product in my description, it says, sign 3 to 5 copywriting clients guaranteed, because I'm only targeting super aware people. But if I was marketing to random people who had no clue what copywriting was, it wouldn't work. So it's not the headline. It's all about who you're targeting with the headline and does it match? Then I ask myself, what is the beliefs I need to take them through to get to this big belief? Like, what is the big point I'm trying to make in every email and every sales page and every video? And what chain of beliefs do I have to take them through to make that big point proven? Then, do I prove every belief with solid proof? What is the big idea of the sales message? Can I summarize the sales message in one video? Think about the big idea of this video. Even though there's 4 different things, it's still one big idea. It's like, hey, here's some frameworks that will make you money as a copywriter. That's the big idea. There's no other ideas. It's literally just that, okay? Big idea. In my other one, it was digital persuasion will make you your first $1,000 online. That's the big idea. Is it strong? Is it easy to understand? Is it easy to believe? And then I add value throughout all my copy. So think about Hormozi's value equation. Do you present this big dream outcome? Does it have a high likelihood of achievement? Do you have a low time delay? Do you have a low effort and sacrifice? Then going into Kyle Milligan's Nesby formula, right? Do you push the new only emotion? Do you push the easy anybody emotion? Do you push the safe predictable emotion? Do you push the big and fast? These are so powerful. So check out how I use this in the actual page here. Look at this. It's actually very simple. $22,000, specific, it's big, it's believable. Think about the new and only. Digital persuasion is new. KJ the Anti-Guru reveals the real secret. Like, if people want to learn digital persuasion, they have to come to me because I'm the only person who, I made it up, right? Like, it's a big new and only throughout the whole section. So really cool. If you're not making money, it's because of one simple reason. I try to make everything sound easy, simple. Yeah, that's how you push these emotions. And I use this checklist for every piece of finished copy that I do, guys. You have to use this in your head and use this exact thing over and over again until you literally don't need it anymore. Does your writing start with short and simple? It must be very compact and punchy when you first start. Look at the start of that sales page. Look at the start of this video. Very short, very simple. Does your writing look like a mountain? Do you vary the flow in your writing? Instead of it just being one line, is it like a mountain copy where the lines are longer, some are shorter, use connector words, all that good stuff? Yeah, next thing, do you use connector sentences? Like, here's why. Frick that. Let's show an example of this, right? So if you look back on my sales page, look at how my writing looks like a mountain. So check this out. It kind of goes up, it goes down, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And so it's a mountain. It's not just massive sentences, and it's not just short sentences. So check this out. Look at this. Despite what gurus have told you, you don't make money online by, and I give some pretty dense, like big copy here, and then I use a connector. Frick all that. Like it goes long, then short. It makes your writing interesting to actually read so that they actually consume the sales copy. So going back to this, right? Do you use trigger words? So what are the words that trigger emotions in your target readers? 10K a month, financial freedom, six-pack abs, shredded, lean. Like what words do they want to hear? And is your writing at a 3rd and 5th grade level? People don't like to read a scientific paper, okay? Make it simple. If you look at my writing, it's like brain dead, but you guys still read it. Why? Because everyone wants to have just simple words. It's it. Does your writing sound like you're talking to a friend? Simple as that. Even if you're writing for something more professional, you're writing to human beings. And so just make it sound friendly. If it reads like a research textbook, no one wants to read that. Even if they think they do, they really don't, okay? They don't. Do you use concrete and visual language? So does your writing create a movie in their head when they're reading it? Do you use very visual language? Instead of saying fruit, do you say red Fiji apple, crisp, juicy apple? Does your language just invoke the senses? Then is your writing written at the right sales level thermostat for your audience and client? Actually, I did that right. Hold on. Oops. Right sales level thermostat for your audience and client. So basically, if your audience that you're selling to is like super marketing aware and like all this stuff, does it match? Are you wanting to be super salesy or really low key and toned down? This depends on who you're writing for and which client you're writing for. So it all depends on that. But I run all my copy through this. Insanely powerful. This makes me so much money because my copy is so much better than everyone else's simply because I take the time to edit it. If you guys saw my first drafts of my copy, you'd be like, this is terrible. Because all the magic and good copy is usually in the editing. The first step is you just want to pour out raw emotion. You just want to write. Don't question all this stuff. Just write. Write whatever you're feeling. And then you come back and think, okay, how do I take this raw essence, this raw emotion, and craft it in a way that actually follows all of these amazing principles? That's how you write insane copy. And framework number 4, customer mind reading. The better you know your customer, the more money you will make. But don't take this from me, right? Take this from the GOAT, Claude Hopkins. This is straight from his book, Scientific Advertising. He's made millions. I've made hundreds of thousands. Stop listening to the goobers who don't even make money on YouTube and they're just preaching you copywriting to sell you their like templates or whatever. Guys, if you want to make money with this skill, this is how you do it. It's boring and it's not sexy. It's just doing the right market research. So you can sit here and use this template. You can literally just pause it, take a screenshot, make it your own, and answer these questions, and you will make a bunch of money. If you sat there and for who you're writing towards, and if you don't have any clients yet, you should be doing this for the people you're trying to get as clients, right? Do this for yourself. What is your offer? What's the 3 biggest results? What's the biggest problem or desire that your ideal client has? What humiliates your ideal client? What are the top 3 things that frustrate them on a daily basis? What do they complain about? What do they worry about at night? The more you understand your customer, the more money you will make. This is not the cool, oh, let me just plug this in, right? This takes some work, but do it. Do the research. Do the research. And you can actually have your clients help you with this. I've done this a ton of times. Like I will fill this out for my clients as best as I know, and then I'll hand it to them and say, hey, what did I get right? What did I get wrong? How can we go deeper? How do we really understand who your target customer is? And as soon as we do that, we can write copy like that. We can write amazing copy. And the reason why my sales page does so well is because I understand you guys, because I am you guys. So of course this was easy. But for your clients, it's going to be harder. Like for my clients who I would do all kinds of other stuff that I'd never done before, I had to do research because I wasn't them. I had to understand inside the mind of their customer. And that made me, well, you can see it here. These are my Stripe screenshots from literally updated yesterday when I made this Miro, right? $236,000. I could buy like 2 or 3 Cybertrucks. 81K, I could buy a Cybertruck with that alone. So yeah, these make a lot of money. Hopefully you enjoyed this video from someone who's actually done what he's teaching you. And if you learned something, let me know in the comments. If you want to hear more copywriting stuff, let me know what you want and I'll make it for you. See you guys later.